Hello friends, in previous class we have started reflection of light and also discussed what is reflection of light, types of reflection and laws of reflection. In this class we are going to look at formation of image in a plane mirror. So we are familiar with plane mirror. Every day we use and see plane mirror. But have you ever observed what are the properties and characteristics of image formed in a plane mirror? In this class we are going to discuss how the image is formed in a plane mirror and its characteristic. So let's first draw the image of a point object in a plane mirror. Let M dash be a plane mirror. Okay. Now we have to obtain the image of an object. Image of a point object O. Now to get the image, first we have to draw incident ray. So we'll consider 3 incident ray from this object O. So let OA and OB are the incident ray of light. So when the light incident on the mirror, what happens? It gets reflected because mirror is an opaque object. Okay, it is not transparent object. It reflects the light. It doesn't allow light to pass through it. I have made a separate video on what is mirror and how it is made. You can watch, this link is given in the description box. So OA and OB, these are incident ray of light. When these ray incident on this mirror dash, it gets reflected. So when the rays are reflected, they obey the laws of reflection. What are the laws of reflection? We already discussed. An incident ray and reflected ray normal, they lie in the same plane. Suppose this is angle of incidence I and this is angle of reflection R. Then I is equals to R. For this ray, again we have to draw a reflected ray. You can see in case of plane mirror, after reflection the incident rays diverges. So they do not meet because divergent rays, they do not meet. So in order to meet them, we have to extend them behind the mirror. So if we extend these reflected rays behind the mirror, then they meet at this point which is O dash, or they appears to diverge from this point O dash. This O dash is an image of object O. In order to locate an image, we have to join the reflected rays. Where the reflected rays intersect each other, that point the image is formed. So the image of object O is O dash. Let's discuss the characteristic of image formed in a plane mirror. First characteristic is image is erect. Erect means upright, which is not inverted. Image formed by the plane mirror is erect. In a plane mirror, you cannot see yourself upside down because image formed in the plane mirror is erect, means it is upright. Second characteristic, object distance and image distance is same. Means if the object is at 5 cm from the mirror, then your image will also form at a distance of 5 cm from the mirror. And also the size of object and size of image will be same. So image size is same as that of object. For example, if you look at yourself in the mirror and if you are 5 feet tall, then in the image also you look 5 feet tall. It is not the case that if you are 4 feet tall and in the image you are looking 6 feet or 3 feet tall, because in plane mirror image size, object size and image size are same. Then third characteristic is image is laterally inverted. The image is laterally inverted. What is mean by laterally inverted? Laterally inverted means laterally inverted is a phenomena of left appearing right and right appearing left. Suppose I am holding pen in my right hand. If I look in mirror, then it appears as I am holding pen in left hand. So image is laterally inverted, means your right hand will appear as a left hand and left hand will appear as a right hand. Fourth characteristic, image is virtual. The image is not real. Now what is meant by virtual and real images? The image formed by the plane mirror is a virtual image. Virtual image means the image which cannot be caught on the screen, which cannot be obtained on the screen. See, if you place a screen between the object and mirror, then you cannot get the image on the screen. You must have seen in a cinema theater, the images are caught on the screen. You can see the images on the screen because those images are produced by concave mirror. But we cannot produce images on the screen by using plane mirror. The reason is that in plane mirror, the reflected rays, they do not meet directly. They diverge. We have to extend them behind the mirrors to meet. So at this point the images form. It is not formed due to the actual meeting of reflected rays. If the images are formed by actual intersection of reflected rays, then the image form is real because it is captured on the screen. But image formed by the plane mirror cannot be obtained on the screen, and hence the image is virtual. Next property is the image is far behind the mirror as the object is in front of the mirror. It means if the object is at a distance of 10 cm, then image will also form at a distance of 10 cm. If the object is at 1 meter from the mirror, then image will form at a distance of 1 meter. It means the object distance and image distance is same. In simple language, you can say, suppose this point, this is N, then ON is equals to NO dash. That is, object distance and image distance are same and size also same. Or you can write here, the image is far behind the mirror as the object is in front of the mirror. So these are the characteristics of images formed by the plane mirror. Let's move to the next point, which is image formed by mirrors at an angle. When two mirrors are kept at a different angle, then different number of images are formed. You might have seen in shopping mall or in barber shop, when the two mirrors are kept parallel to each other, then infinite number of images are formed. Let's see what happened when the two mirrors are kept perpendicular to each other. Let M1 and M2, these are the two mirrors which are kept perpendicular to each other, and let this O is the object. Okay, now the image, let I1 is the image formed in this mirror M1 and I2 is the image formed in the mirror M2. We know that in plane mirror, object distance and image distance is same. Now the image of mirror M1 also forms in mirror M2. So this is image of mirror M2, which is M2 dash. Similarly, we can obtain the image of M1 in the mirror M2. Which is M1 dash. So M1 dash is the image of M1 which is formed due to the mirror M2, and M2 dash is an image of M2 which is formed due to this mirror M1. These two acts as an object for M2 dash and M1 dash, and another image is formed at this point, let's say O dash, and these two image due to these two mirrors coincide, means it forms at the same point. So total there are 3 images formed due to the two mirrors which are kept at an angle of 90 degree. This is due to the multiple reflection. This phenomena is called as multiple reflection. Okay, it means the image formed in the first mirror acts as an object for the second mirror. It is proved that there is a relation between angle between the two mirrors and the number of images formed. This is given by n is equals to 360 by theta minus 1. This is the formula to find out the number of images formed in the mirror which are kept at certain angle. This angle is theta. Now if we put here 90 degree, okay, because theta is 90 degree. So what do we get? 360 by 90. 360 by 90 is 4 and minus 1. So it is 3. So mathematically also we got 3 and practically also we get 3 images. But if 360 by theta is an odd number, then no need to subtract minus 1. Okay, let's take for example, if theta is 40 degree, means the angle between the two mirror is 40 degree. Then 360 by 40 is 9. So the number of images will be 9. No need to subtract. Okay, so the formula is 360 by theta when 360 by theta is odd, and if 360 by theta is even, then you have to use this formula, that is 360 by theta minus 1, because the number of images formed by the plane mirror is always an odd number. Always odd number of images are formed. We never get the even number of images. Therefore, if this result is even, you have to subtract 1. If this result is odd, then the number of images will be same. Now let's see how do we get infinite number of images when two mirrors are kept parallel to each other. So this is object O and these are two mirrors, okay, M1 and M2. So we get here, let's say I1, the image of O here, and I2, okay, which is the image of O due to this mirror M2. Again, the image I2 acts as an object for this mirror and we get one more image. Similarly, this image acts as an object for this mirror and we get another image. Again, this image acts as an object for this mirror and we get another image. So this process continues and we get infinite number of images. But this infinite number of images we cannot see because the intensity of light decreases after every reflection, and therefore we can see only few images, not infinite number of images. But in reality, the infinite number of images are formed. Now let's see mathematically how do we get infinite number of images. See, n is equals to 360 by theta. In this case, the angle is 0. So anything divided by 0 is infinity. It means we get infinite number of images. So mathematically also we get infinite number of images and practically also we get infinite number of images. So some phenomena are proved mathematically. Some scientists will obtain mathematically and then they will try whether this happens practically or not. If this happens practically, it means that the result is correct. If mathematics is true, then you will get correct result by experiment also. And some phenomena, first experimentally they are proved and then mathematically they are obtained. So this is a very good combination of mathematics and physics. This is how we use mathematics to explain the phenomena in physics. In next class, we will discuss dispersion of light. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.